Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and this is the recap review for Zatima. So, this episode started out with Zach being at the house, and while he's cleaning up, he's like outside with like a leaf blower or something, and he's kind of trying to like spruce up the place when somebody pulls up, and he's trying to figure out who pulling up, but he's immediately taken aback. You know what I'm saying? He is like kind of like not even love struck. He is just lusting. The person who pulls up is someone who is interested in the next door place of his. And so this was the person that the realtor was supposed to be, showing the place to. But since the realtor was late, she decided she was just going to come over and hopefully be able to catch the person who owns that property, hoping that she, or whoever will be able to show it to her, and she will be able to get in where she fit in. So at first he looking like, why you looking for Zach? Like, what's going on? And so she gives him the lowdown. He realizes that she's the person who wants to be the new tenant. And so he was like, oh, I'm Zach. So she trying to figure out why in the world why you acting so suspicious? Like, what's going on? Is it really like that around here? He talking about something, yeah, if you lived around here, you would know. But it's all only because of all the pop-ups that have been happening at his place. So I mean, I get it, but it's like that would kind of make me be like, am I making a mistake? Trying to come and move over here? What you talking about? Seems like a nice enough neighborhood, but he's not even talking about the neighborhood. It's just all the pop-ups he's been getting. So they talking, and she wants to know if she might be able to see it. And he was like, yeah, I can show you what the place looked like. And look, they're doing the most. Like, they are really doing the most. And I'm just like, I don't understand what it is about people sometimes, because I'm trying not to say men, because there are women who act like that. It's like as soon as somebody seems the slightest bit attracted to you, they gotta automatically flirt. Now some people love to say, oh, I'm just naturally a flirt, and I'm just like, you act like the person that you're with is your one and only, and that this is the one, you know that this is the one. But as soon as somebody come around and they flaunting a nice body and a pretty smile, all of a sudden it's like all bets are off. It's like you over here lusting hard like you ain't never been out here in these streets before. That's what tripped me out about people. But anyway, she'll say little things and it would kind of turn into sexual innuendos, like it would kind of lead into them. She over here excited about the fact that he lives next door, but then she trying to play it off like she's not. And I'm just like, ma'am, it has to stop. Like, please stop. So anyway, they go inside, and she's talking about she loves the place and all of that. Like, even when she walks out after they're done looking at the place, he over here like getting his entire life because she see what she look like. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and cap that dress she was wearing in that dress. Talking about the person makes the clothes, not the clothes making the person. Listen, she was looking how she was looking in that dress. Her body was doing everything it was supposed to do. Whatever she do, hopefully she ain't been getting no work done. Whatever she do, it looks nice. So anyway, on their way out, his dusty friends are outside. They see her and him come out. Look like it might have been a walk of shame type moment. Old Zach might have popped back up. They over here acting crazy. Oh man, who is this? She live here? Oh, okay, what's going on? She gonna be living here? What? So she looking like, are they living here? Like, do they live around here? He was like, nah, they don't live around here. These are my friends. Just ignore them. One of them sat up there and parked in front of where she would have to back out in order to leave. And I'm like, why would you? I don't understand people who do that. Like, it's dumb. You're not supposed to park like that anyway. Anyway, who am I? Who am I? But she trying to get out, and he just basically saying, these are my crazy friends, and you ain't got to worry about that no more, whatever. And he over here telling us, oh, well, let me help you back out. And I'm saying to myself yet again, the things that a lot of people do when they are in lust of a person, that was not needed. It's obvious that he was here for how she was looking. And I'm just like, but what about Fatima though? But who am I? Anyway, his friends have never seen where he lives, right? And so now they're about to go inside. They get their entire life. And before they go inside, they were like, look, if we didn't show up to come and get you to go to this day party, you wouldn't have gone. And he looked at his watch and he was like, it's 4:00 p.m. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not going. And so then he gonna say he had some business to tend to, like some calls he had to make. And so they looking like, yeah, we know you got to call old girl. So he did, in fact, call Fatima, trying to figure out what she had going on, if she was okay. And so she's like about to pretty much be on her way to go meet old boy. And she's walking through the, parking deck at work. And she answers the phone, and you could tell she's sad. He's instantly like, are you okay? What's going on? And so she was like, what do you mean? And he was like, talk to me. What's going on? So eventually she was like, I'll tell you when I get home. And so he was like, well, my boys ended up popping up over here. And so she was like, oh, okay. So he was like, I can tell them to leave. And she was like, no, don't worry about it. I got an errand I got to run before all of that. So one of the homeboys are on the inside just doing what they doing. One finna go make a little alcohol run. The other one decided he about to go and get in the pool, jacuzzi, or whatever. And it's like, so how you just go sit up here and tell me, oh, I'm gonna get into jacuzzi? Like he doing the most. So yeah, they doing the most. Like I can't stand people like them. They doing the most. So anyway, he trying to stop the friend from jumping in the pool because at this point he ain't got no trunks. So he was like, he basically making it seem like I will go on ahead and get in there butt naked. I don't care. And so he was like, no, you can have some of my trunks if you're going to get into the pool and or jacuzzi. I think it's jacuzzi. He doing the most, y'all. So they doing what they doing at the house. Fatima is meeting up with her friend, Angela. And she was just like, I just want to check on you. What's going on? And then she ended up giving her the backstory as to why she feel the way she feel. And she was like, are you sure you're over your ex? Because you were gone over him. She was like, I think I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's too much going on. That's his mama's only child. She gonna take it hard. Like we used to be really, really close. Like she didn't even go to the wedding because it wasn't me he was getting married to. I was like, dang, that's messed up. When your own parent don't even want nothing to do with that. You the only child. That lets you know how strong her conviction was. That heifer was like, I'm not going to that. I don't support this. So yeah, she is a mess over it. And so her friend needs to know, like, are you sure you're going to be okay? Like, so she was like, look, I'm finna go meet him. I should be fine. And so she noticed that after she told her everything she needed to tell her, she was like, oh, I see y'all telling each other y'all love each other. Meaning Angela and Zach's friend. And so she was like, yeah, he's something special. I'm just like, child, you just don't know. We ain't gonna get into that yet. Anyway. Old boy's out in the jacuzzi doing the most. They got him a beer. He didn't got too comfortable. And I'm just like, no. Valerie, the realtor, is there. And so she was like, all of her stuff came back fine. You know what I'm saying? She should be able to move in as soon as it's available. Like, can I let her know that she has it for sure, for certain? All of that. And so it is what it is. So, she was like, I'm sorry for being late, whatever. Fatima ended up meeting up with an old boy. And so he was like, look, I'm apologizing to you for what I put you through. You were the one. And he's stupid because what ended up happening with their situation was he was like, I know you the one, but I'm not trying to settle down right now. So she the type of person, she was just like, I ain't got time for this. Like, you ain't finna circle back. Do what you do. And like we already established before, she literally was like pretty much the other woman. It's as if she was the side piece, but all the time he had her thinking that she was the main woman and the one and only. She set it off for him, gone over him, really lived for this man, only to find out that he was about to get married to a whole nother heifer. So she kind of became a little jaded, whether she wants to admit it or not. And so that's why she has such terrible trust issues. And I get it. I 100% understand that. So, but yeah, she's feeling really, really bad about it. This man gonna say, you know, my mama gonna take it hard. Can you call my mama? You know what I'm saying? After I'm gone, keep in touch with her and all this other stuff. So they had a good little long conversation. Cool. So before their conversation ended, all the way, for some reason, the friend who went to go and get the alcoholic beverages looked up in there while he was going to make the beer run and saw them embrace and all of that. Took a picture, and I'm like, here we go with the foolishness. Don't nobody have time. So, yeah. Meanwhile, back at the house, one of his friends, the friend who has the woman that's to me kind of like Karen, I guess you could say, but he got married to her, and it's like, why would you do that? You're still on the level of what Zach was before he got with Fatima. But he over here complaining and talking about, oh, I wonder what my life would have been like before if I wouldn't have got married and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, but you got married though. Like, you shouldn't have got married from the way that you act all the time. Like, you get too excited to be outside. Like, he be doing the most. So anyway, the friend get back, and so he kind of feels a little bit convicted in what he's saying about how Fatima ain't the one and all this other stuff. He was like, I guarantee you she the one, whatever, whatever, whatever. Ended up eventually busting his bubble by showing him the picture of Fatima, because in his mind, he was just like, why? Like, both of the friends are like, you moving her in, y'all living together. You should have, used this time to just basically wild out, do the most while you have all this money, instead of settling for somebody right when it's super new. And it's like, part of me understand that, but it's like, usually when you know. So you can't tell these people what to do. It is what it is. So yeah, I just can't. So he already knows what's going on. Like, all he knows is that there's a picture of her and the ex embracing. He's already ran into them together before when they were both running. But he, again, does not even have the context of the picture. He doesn't understand what was going on when that embrace happened. But the fact that she didn't come home and tell him at some point, it is raising red flags. It's making him feel some type of way. So he's still trying to play that role like, everything is okay, whatever. So, I'm sorry, y'all. All of that happened after. That's what it was. Ended up seeing the picture after. So now he choked up. He about to cry a little bit, like, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, no. Girl, you should have came home and told him immediately. But anyway, y'all, that was the recap review. I'll be back.